Okay. I think we are live, right? Yep. Hi everyone, it's Global Scholarships and I'm your host Az. I hope you're all doing well. I hope everything is going great. And today we're, as you can see, here with another weekly live stream, another Friday, another live stream. And as always, I'm here joined by Eamon, our expert. Hi Eamon, how are you? How are things going with you?
Hi, Az. Doing well, thank you. How are you? How have you been?
I'm doing fine too. Thank you very much. Anyway, guys, if you're new here, we are Global Scholarships. Basically, we're a platform that shares a lot of informative stuff about scholarships about studying abroad, about different countries, different universities. We have a website. We have a YouTube channel, as you can see. Hang on, let me just check if everything is working in order. Something seems off. I'm not sure what. It looks fine. Okay, so we have a YouTube channel. We have a platform, a website, globalscholarships.com, where you can see it's a completely free website where we can find a ton of information about scholarships. For example, here we have our scholarship guides about bachelor scholarships, master's, scholarships by country, currently open scholarships, government scholarships. A lot of people are asking about like some popular government scholarships like MEXT, like Fulbright, for example. And then we have guides, like guides about countries. For example, you can click on any one of these that you want. Maybe you want to study in, let's say, Australia. You can click here and see our. Hang on, what's this? And see our. Nope. It's going. Okay, let's try it again. Maybe you want to study in Italy. Okay, this is how it should look. As you can see, we have like a huge collection of guides that we have from like education system in that country, higher education, to choosing a university, best programs to study, for like different programs, different subjects, applying to a university, for like complete guide to university application. We also make a lot of tutorials in our YouTube channel, so you can check those too, like if you're interested in applying to a university abroad. Some of them have, like some countries have different procedures, like Germany has something different, like Japan has something different as well, etc. Language proficiency test, and of course financing your studies. And one thing that's like most people are interested in, scholarship opportunities, like currently open scholarships, Italy scholarship database, best scholarships in this country, blah blah blah. You can look into these. Anyway, this is just one country guide, by the way. We have a lot of other stuff as well, like visa tests and documents. We have a newsletter. Hang on, what can I? Okay, yeah, we have a newsletter. You can sign up through here, which will for completely for free. Will send you emails about like open scholarship opportunities that you can seize right now. And a lot of tailored scholarships, like a lot of tailored information emails are there too. For example, when I sign up, I get scholarships. I get like emails about scholarships that are suitable for people from Turkey, or like if I have some other information, like that's tailored for that as well. So yeah, we have a newsletter. It's completely free. Again, there is no registration process or anything like that. You can just go globalscholarships.com and this is what you'll get. We also have a search tool. It's an incredibly helpful tool that I use all the time for making content on YouTube, as you can see. Basically, you can search for scholarships that are suitable for you. We have a huge database, about like thousands and thousands of scholarships. Basically, there are university scholarships that universities offer to newcoming international students. So you can type in anything. For example, if you want to study in, let's say, Germany, right? Type in Germany. You can click on the country here and it will show you scholarships that are in Germany. If you're interested in a specific institution, you can type in Harvard, let's say. You can click and choose, and the university will, like our website will take you to that university's page. Or if you're just looking and have no idea what to go for, you can just hit enter and it will show you all the scholarships that we have in our database. 4,500 scholarships. Basically, again, these are just the scholarships that universities offer to newcoming freshmen international students. There are other scholarships, external scholarships, government scholarships where you can find here. And so we also have some government scholarships in here, by the way. But also there are scholarships that universities offer to enrolled students, like second year, third year students as well. Anyway, so we have filters here, right? You can filter for degree. Let's say you are looking for a scholarship that is for a bachelor student. You can choose bachelor here. You can choose locations. I'm only interested in scholarships that are in United States. That's where I want to study in, right? United States. Funding type. Basically, you have three types of funding: partial, full tuition, and full funding. Okay, we have a question already. James Bond. Hey, Hi, James. Can you share the link of video where you've told about the UCAS website application process? Deadline is today, so please. Hang on, UCAS. I've told about UCAS. I'm not sure what tutorial that was in. I don't think we have done a tutorial in tutorial for UCAS. Hang on, let me see something. I think it was okay. So yeah, I think it was in another tutorial. I think it was for UCL, University College London. Go check that out. Right. I think it was that. I think we've done a couple of videos for like application tutorials for UK universities. It has to be in one of those because I haven't done a tutorial for that made, but I can. No, I'm pretty sure I haven't done a tutorial about UCAS. So it has to be probably in University College London. Yeah, like UCL application tutorial. Go check it out. If it's not there, I'm gonna look again. All right, it has to be in there. Like, hang on, we can find it here, right? Let's type in University College London. Okay, click, and this is our page for this university. Yeah, okay, here it is. Like, I think this was the tutorial. You can, or you can just go here to learn about the university if you're interested in this university, of course. Maybe you're not. And then watch the video, like watch the application tutorial directly from this page without going to YouTube, basically. So, right. Basically, that's it. All right. Anyway, so this is our search tool. All right. You can use this to find scholarships, scholarships. That's what it is. Let's say bachelor's, and you're interested in United States. I was explaining what are different types of funding. Right. So partial funding means it covers less than just the tuition fees of a university. Like if a university has a tuition fees of, I don't know, like $20,000 per year, and maybe the scholarship just gives you a 50% tuition fee discount, or it gives you like, I don't know, $10,000 in total. That's it. Just like one-time payment of $10,000. Then, since it's less than the tuition fees, it is categorized as partial funding. If it's full tuition, it covers just the tuition fees, and that's it. Doesn't give you anything else. If it's full funding, it covers tuition fees and then gives you something a bit more. Could be a stipend. A lot of full funding scholarships give you stipends, living stipends, allowances, or it could be accommodation. Some scholarships are very generous. They cover your insurance as well. For example, today we're going to see. Okay, great. If you have any other questions about UCAS or like what university you're planning to apply, just feel free to ask, because I believe that video is like a year old. So the procedures might have changed a little bit. So yeah, today we're going to see the scholarship of the week, which is a full funding scholarship in Hong Kong. It's a great scholarship. Obviously, full funding scholarships are more competitive, and there are fewer of those because they're very expensive for the university or whichever institution is giving them. Let's say full funding and scholarship type: university, government, nonprofit organization. Let's leave that blank. Now, subjects and nationalities. If you're looking for, let's start with nationalities. Okay, you can choose your nationality here, but very few scholarships really care about your nationality. There are some scholarships that are targeted at specific countries, at specific regions, or specific nationalities, but there are very few of those. So you can just choose. For example, there are 70 full funding scholarships for bachelors in the United States, right? Let's choose a nationality and see how many of them we lose? Let's say Turkey. 2. We lost 2. We have like 68 of them are just all nations. Just doesn't matter. Most of them do not care about your nationality. Now, when it comes to subject, it's a little trickier. If I choose a subject, let's say, hang on, for this, I'm going to reset the filter, right? Let's say I want to study biochemistry or astronomy. Let's choose biochemistry. Now, what our search tool does is it first gives you scholarships that specifically mention biochemistry. Like these are specifically for biochemistry, chemistry, and pharmacy students. And when when it's done with those, it gives you scholarships that are available for all subjects. Now, all subjects does not mean every single subject around the world, not every single subject under the sun. It means all subjects that are offered by that university. So if biochemistry is offered by University of Queensland, you can apply to this scholarship. That's what it means. Okay. So yeah, most scholarships do not really have a specific subject either. Like they are available for every subject that specific university offers. We have another question. University in the Netherlands, and they are offering fully funded scholarships after getting admitted in their master's program. The scholarship is fully funded, but first year fee is too much to be paid. What to do in this case? First year fee is 18,000 euros, and this is way too much. 18,000 euros. That sounds very high for Netherlands. Hang on. I think is that University of Amsterdam? So let's choose masters here. I think I have an idea what that Amsterdam Merit Scholarship. Yeah, University of Twente. I don't think we have that here, do we? So what kind of is that like an assistantship type of scholarship, graduate assistantship? Because if that's the fact, yeah, you have to go start studying at that university. Is it Twente or is it Trente? Oh yes, here it is. Okay. Okay, University of Twente. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. So, okay, master tuitions are about like 16,000 euros here. Might have changed, of course. For masters, we don't have any full funding scholarships in this university in our database. Can you give me a little bit more information about the scholarship, like specific scholarship that you're talking about? Eamon, do you have any idea about what this is about?
Yeah, I think the rights, from what I can see on their website, the beta masters. I don't know why they have the alpha gamma masters, beta masters. I don't know what that is exactly, but that one is 18,900 euros per year for international students, which is quite expensive. As far as scholarships, I'm sure that they probably offer some because whoever asked the question said they do. But I'm yet to confirm that, so I'm just looking over their website.
So we have like 6. Okay, hang on. We have like 5 scholarships that are available. No, 4 scholarships that are available from this university. Hi there, Kodama. It's great to see you here again. Yeah, it's always great to see you again. If you have any questions, just feel free. So like I see 4 scholarships in this university. There's one scholarship that is called the University 20 Scholarship. Maybe let's check it out, but it doesn't appear to be a full funding scholarship. It is a partial funding. It says stipend worth 3,000, 22,000 for 1 year. Let's try to see. We're able to apply for only University 20 Scholarship and Netherlands till May 1. Okay, it says April 30 here. All right, so this is University of Tunis scholarship. Scholarship value 3,000 to 22,000 euros for 1 year. If you applied for a 2-year program, make sure you read the information about 2-year study programs below. Okay, so this is the 2-year study program information. Likewise, Karma. In case of a 2-year study program, students can receive an additional UTS of an amount equal to that in the first year to cover the expenses of the second year. However, the scholarship will only be continued during second year when students meet the process requirements for the UTS average grade of 7 out of 10, at least 50% European credits. And then there are additional scholarships. And yeah, application deadline is May the 1st here, by the way. Application requirements. So, from what I see, this scholarship is not really full funding, is it? It's 3,000 to 22,000 for 1 year, and normally that covers. Okay, we also have an overview of estimated cost of living, so that might cover the tuition fees for 1 year. And in theory, if you're going for a 2-year study program, it might also cover the tuition fee for the second year. But one thing to really note here is that the stipend is not attached to tuition. So, like, if you're paying about 18,000 euro tuition fee, it doesn't mean that you will get a stipend of around 20,000 or 18,000 euro. I don't think this is. Eamon, is this full funding? I don't think so. I mean, we've categorized it as partial funding. I think that's fitting.
Yeah. It would be considered partial funded, not fully funded.
Yeah, I think that's the issue, right? It's not really full funding. It covers only tuition. No, it doesn't cover tuition. It covers your cost of living. As yet. So basically, it's like you cover the tuition fee, and they're giving you a stipend to cover cost of living. Hang on. Wait, this is. What did I click on? Okay, this is overview of estimated cost of living, and I don't see anything about cost of living. I think student handbook, maybe that will give you information about the cost of living. I think probably stipend would be enough to cover your living costs there, but they don't say anything about tuition fee. Like they do not take any responsibility of covering your tuition fees. Normally, it's not that high in Netherlands, but yeah, 20,000, like 18,000 euros is a lot for a master's student. For a master's student, basically, which like if you especially if you don't get the scholarship, it will be quite expensive to live there too. So yeah. All right. What were we talking about? Yeah, this is our search tool basically. Ayman, was there anything else you wanted to add to that?
Yeah, I think they said it covers only tuition, but it doesn't. It's the opposite.
Yeah. Yeah,
It says that.
that's the exact opposite. It doesn't cover tuition, it just covers living costs. It also does not say we're gonna cover like all the living costs. Anyway, so this is our search tool. You can look for scholarships that are available for you. By the way, let me show you how our like scholarship pages work too. That's what I really enjoy. Like what I really like about our search tool. Basically, you go from you filter for yourself. You go from point 0, no idea about what scholarships there are, and then let's say this scholarship you're interested in, right? And then you click. You get a lot of information. Hang on, it's fine. So you can click here and get a lot of information about number of recipients, admission deadline, eligible nationalities, eligible subjects. This shouldn't be currently open, by the way. March 31, it's past. So like information about scholarship, what scholarship covers, you get all that information as well. Eligibility criteria, application procedure, application process. You can leave your questions here about that scholarship. And Yan Li, who is the founder of Global Scholarships, he answers every single question here. And then you can click here to go to the university's page for that scholarship. So basically, it takes you, our search tool takes you to from the point 0, where you have no idea what scholarship opportunities you have, to the point where you know the scholarship, you know, like what it gives you, you know, everything you need to do, and you also know where to apply directly for that scholarship, right? So that's what I really enjoy about this search tool. Hi there, Karuku. It's great to see you here again. Any other options for me? I want to come Europe by September 2025. So we don't have, hang on. Do we have like scholarships by country? But we don't have scholarships by like Europe, by region. We don't have that. So there are other opportunities. What I would do is, like, if you're looking to find full funding scholarships, I would go to our search tool and say, for example, you're looking for masters, right? Choose masters, choose full funding here. You cannot, as location, you cannot choose Europe. We don't have that as a location category, but you can choose specific countries that we also have to choose open right now, currently open. Or like if you're not, Europe by September 2025. So yeah, you can choose like within 12 months, 6 months, choose any one of those two. Let's say within 6 months, right? And then choose the country one by one. You have to do that. Now, in Germany, there are not that many scholarships. The education is free. You don't have to pay tuition fees. That's what they offer. Like you don't have to pay a tuition. You have to pay just the semester fee, which is about 300, 400 euros every semester. But that's why the universities usually don't offer another like scholarship, like full funding scholarship that gives stipend or something. So it's just like free education. Of course, there are like government scholarships. DAD was here. Why did it disappear? So like we have, for example, German government scholarship, DAD scholarship. You can apply to that. But universities don't usually give scholarships. One scholarship that you might be interested in, I think it's currently open for application, is, I think it was Padua, University of Padua. So in University of Padua in Italy, as you can see, tuition fees are quite affordable compared to other countries, and we have a scholarship called no, that's not for masters. No, it is for masters. It is. It also, okay. So some of these, like, okay. So Eamon, are you seeing this? Like we have 4 scholarships here that are for bachelors and masters, but they are, I guess that's kind of understandable. They're just like undergraduate section. So for example, this is Padua International Excellence Scholarship. This is the admission deadline is May the 2nd. I think this is a great scholarship. As you can see, it covers 100% of your tuition fees, and it gives you a stipend of 8,000 euros per academic year. So I said that might be something that you can, like, you're interested in studying in Italy. It, like, tuition fees are really affordable even if you don't get the scholarship. And this scholarship covers your tuition fees, about 8,000 euros per academic year, which should cover your tuitions. So sorry, most of your living costs. In Italy, like, living costs are not extremely high, but rent can be a bit of a problem because like most of the places you would go for education are also kind of like touristic places, and so rents are kind of high. But you can choose to rent somewhere that is not very central. That there's a huge difference between choosing in a very touristic and central region and somewhere a little farther from the center of the city. So yeah, this might be a great opportunity for you as yet, so I'm gonna share the link for this one. You can see we've made a video about this as well. University of Padua is a great university, by the way. It's like one of the oldest universities in the world. I think Copernicus had studied there. So like that's the kind of old I'm talking about, like 500, 800 years old university. One of the most prestigious universities of its time. So yeah, I think in Europe, this is something I can suggest. All right, Eamon, do you have any other specific suggestions for studying in Europe? Like scholarship opportunities are not very, what would you say, very frequent. There aren't that many scholarships, but maybe you have an advice.
I mean, the fact that they say they want it by September 2025 is probably not realistic in the first place, as most scholarships that would be offered for the fall semester have already closed. So
Mm-hmm.
probably September 2026 would be a more realistic date to aim for, and then to just have all the options available to you, so you'll have all your application materials ready and you can apply to multiple scholarships that would open throughout the year, so from now until the end of this year and probably up to March. That's when all the scholarships close. I think that's the best advice I can give them when it comes to just maximizing your chances of getting a scholarship. Because even if you find a couple scholarships that are open right now, the chances are still low because you're applying to a couple scholarships. Um, yeah, so I think that's the best way to go about it. As far as the scholarships, as you mentioned, the DAAD is
Mm-hmm.
a great option in Germany. The Erasmus Mundus is always a great scholarship for people who want to study in Europe. Um, there's the Chevening in uh the UK if you are not strictly going for mainland Europe, but just the European country. There is the Italian government scholarship as well, so that's an option. The Excellence Eiffel, yeah. So in France, there's that one for graduate students. Um, and I think for the most part, that would be it for scholarships in Europe. Oh yeah, there's the Swiss one as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Uh, but other than those, I don't think there are any big scholarships. There are ones that are offered by universities, but most of the time they're just partially funded. Especially in the UK, you won't really get fully funded scholarships in Europe because, well, education is already free,
Mm-hmm.
and there is a minimum threshold of funds you'd need to have if you just want to study there without resorting to scholarships.
Yeah, it is really difficult to study as an international student, as a foreign student in United States without a scholarship, because like tuition fees really creates a barrier. Like like it almost starts from $30,000, which is more like just by tuition itself, which is more than what you would spend like studying in any country in Europe, basically, like including except like let's say uh, including tuition fee, but not like in United Kingdom. For example, if you want to go to study in Germany, study in France, study in Italy, like $30,000 a year, which is like pretty much the basic tuition fee in United States, would be enough to cover your tuitions and then your living costs just by itself. And probably it just like there would be something a little left from that as well. Yeah. it is really difficult to study in the United States without a scholarship. What you could do also, like if you do not want to wait a year, is you can do your masters in your own country, and then wait, like then after 2 years of masters is done, you can apply for a PhD scholarship. You would have more time to prepare, and like also I would say, I guess, like there are PhD students have more opportunities for scholarships. Ayman, would you say that's true, like compared to master students?
I'm sorry, what was that last part?
Would you say like PhD students or master students, which one do you think has like have more scholarship opportunities in general, especially in Europe, let's say,
In general, I would say PhD students, of
right?
course. Yeah, that is evident, but at the same time, it all depends on the student themselves and their
Okay.
academic achievements. So it's not really the standards are really high when it comes to given awards. There are a lot of awards. There are a lot of PhD programs that are fully funded, but the awards are given to students who show a lot of promise, that have um, really shown that they are competent in whatever the field they have pursued throughout their university journey. So uh, I would say that the chances of getting a master scholarships are higher, but there are way more uh, scholarships for PhD students than there are for master students.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, guys. If you have any other questions, just leave them in the chat, and we'll do our best to answer them for you. So, other than that, other than like all of the things that I've shown, we have something, a couple of more things up our sleeves. For example, we have an external scholarship, $3,000 scholarship. That is given by globalscholarships.com. This is an external scholarship that is given by our platform. You can click here to learn about the scholarship, the requirements, what it gives you, and like how to apply, basically. So this is the link for that scholarship. Other than that, we have scholarship stories. This is a very unique feature, I believe, that we have, and it is a great source of inspiration, insight, I do believe. So basically, these are stories of people who have earned scholarships, earned very popular scholarships all around the world. For example, all of these people are, for example, here's a recipient of Chancellor Scholarship, here's a recipient of Max Scholarship, Fulbright. You can click on any one of these people, or you can go to all stories here. And for example, if you're interested in next, let's say, hang on, you know what? Let's look for Germany, right? Since we're talking about Germany. So these are the people who have earned scholarships in Germany. Basically, as you can see, we have like 7 people here, and you can click on any one of those people and learn about their journey, learn about their like the university degree, previous education, test scores, their educational background, how did they prepare, what advice would they give, what would they have done differently if they're preparing again for that scholarship, and etc. So like these are the most real, like directly from the source information you could get about any specific scholarship, right? So this is Masters in Nutrition. So hang on. Yeah, wait. The scholarship information. So for example, here's someone who have earned a DAD scholarship, which is the most popular scholarship here. University of Bonn, Masters in Neurosciences, like IELTS score, their GPA. They're from Ukraine, and yeah, you can get all the information. This is really important. What advice would you give those looking to apply? Basically, most of them are saying like how like they emphasize how important it is to learn the language before you go. But yeah, this is the most real insight you could get about scholarships. And then we have admission results. Basically, these are a bunch of results, like thousands of results that we've gathered about application result. Yeah, applications. So basically, these are the universities, and every single one of these is an application with the status, with the results. So, for example, this one is a person or from India with this SAT, with this expected family contribution GPA, and with or without scholarship, and they're accepted into Georgia Institute of Technology. We have this mainly for universities in the United States. So if you're interested in studying in Harvard, let's say, but you're not sure if you would be accepted, you can choose Harvard here, and these are all the results. As you can see, there are a lot of rejected. So for example, also you can sort these. For example, let's choose the lowest GPA. Okay, here's a person. Let's say, yeah, GPA, for example, GPA 3 rejected, 3.3 rejected, 3.36 rejected, 3.7 rejected, 3.7 accepted, right? One person from Italy, and then 3.8, 3.8, 3.8, 3.8, they're all rejected. And you will see a lot of 4.0s rejected, but then 3.7s accepted. So yeah, there are a lot of things, different things that universities consider when deciding to admit you or not. And then we have study abroad guides. Basically, these are the country guides that I've shown you. Anyway, so these are our tools that we have a lot of information, a lot of very helpful guides here. Other than that, if you have any questions, again, just feel free to ask them. Other than that, today we're going to see the scholarship of the week. We're going to see let me show you. It's a great scholarship in Hong Kong. Foundation Scholarship for President Scholars at University of Hong Kong 2025. As you can see, admission deadline is August 22, so this is currently open. This is for bachelors. It's in University of Hong Kong, the best university in Hong Kong, and it's like, I believe it's 35th in the global university rankings. This is full funding, no specific nationalities, no specific subjects. Everyone is eligible basically. By the way, again, all subjects means in this context all subjects that the university offers. So, look, if you want to study a specific subject that is not in this university, you cannot apply for this, obviously. So again, it covers 100% of tuition fees, it covers accommodation fees, it covers a living stipend, and an enrichment scholarship. So first, let's see a little bit more about the university. As I said, this university is the top university in Hong Kong. It's like 35 in 35th place in world. About 36,000 students. Also, this is a great university, and I think like almost half of this university's student population is international. So like there are a lot of international, but of course, being Hong Kong, the definition of international can be a little odd with this university because like the country is very tiny, so their definition of international can be quite different than what we understand as international. It has 7 scholarships. We have all the information here, like admission. I can click on any one of these. We have a couple of, as you can see, admission results. 2 people from Russia, 1 person from Kazakhstan, all with SATs 1510 and like GPAs, blah blah blah. You can see these and accepted. We have an application tutorial if you want to apply to this university. And by the way, you just apply to the university and that's it. Like this is not just a tutorial for applying to the university, but also a tutorial for applying to the scholarship. When you apply to the university, they'll automatically consider you for the scholarship as well. We have the deadlines here. We have tuition fees. Tuition fees about like $180,000, but Hong Kong dollars, which means it's about 25,000 US dollars. So it is expensive, but not incredibly expensive. So yeah, we have, as you can see, these are the scholarships that we have. We have like 1 full tuition, 1 full funding, 1 full tuition, 1 more. There are a lot of full tuition and full funding scholarships in this university. 1 Hong Kong PhD fellowship scheme. These are external scholarships. And let's see what the university looks like, where it is. Hang on. here. All right. If you want to study in Hong Kong, this is the best option you could get. So yeah, this is where the university is. Again, tiny country, Hong Kong, just a like city state basically. And this is what the university looks like. So yeah, this is the university. And the scholarship, again, covers 100% of your tuition fees, which is about $25,000. Accommodation, they give you like dormitory fees and a living stipend. We don't really know how much, but I guess like it would be something that would cover your living expenses, at least close to that, and an enrichment scholarship. And you might be asking, how much will I be spending there? Is Hong Kong, it's quite expensive. So we have information about tuition fees and living expenses here in this page. So basically the cost of living they kind of estimate is here, like if you're living in the residential halls on colleges or of campus housing or living expenses. So like all of this come to at most like 100,000 Hong Kong dollars. So which is about like $12,000. So it'd be at most 1,000 US dollars every month, which is expensive, but not too expensive compared to places like United States or Europe. And in turn, you'll be studying at a very, very good university. So we have the like eligibility criteria here: just incoming international students with outstanding grades. Application procedure. Again, no separate application. Just apply to the university. You're accepted. That's it. We're done. And we had a deadline here. We have a video about this. Again, if you have any questions about any scholarships, about any universities, just leave them in our comment section in globalscholarships.com. He only answers every single question. I'm not sure how he finds the time, but yeah, he answers all of them. You can click here to go to the university page. We're looking for fully funded bachelors. That's literally what we are looking at right now. This is a fully funded scholarship for bachelors in Hong Kong. It covers tuition fees. It covers living stipends. It covers accommodation. Accommodation is not really all that often covered, even by very generous full funding scholarships. Not to mention in Hong Kong, which is a very famously expensive place in terms of rent. So your rent might be about like your rent would be about like $500, $600 by their estimation. So it can be really expensive. And this covers everything, basically. So there are also other scholarships as well in this university, University of Hong Kong. You can see them here. They have an odd way of showcasing their scholarships. So basically, go to this page, scholarship page, and then you choose whether you're local or not. Is there an application fee to it? Well, you do not apply to the scholarship. You apply to the university, and I think there's an application fee for this university. I'm not sure how. You can see that by checking out our application tutorial video here. That's how much it costs to apply to this university. But after you apply to the university, that's it. You don't also separately apply to the scholarship. Let's choose international qualifications here. And then let's choose any one of these, right? Faculty of Engineering, let's say. So it's here. As you can see, we have like 13 scholarships that are for international students with international qualifications in Faculty of Engineering. These are all of that. And this is the one we're talking about, HKU Foundation Scholarship for President Scholars. It doesn't give you specific information about how much it gives you, up to full tuition fees, plus accommodation and living allowances and an enrichment scholarship. So yeah, that's basically it. Okay, we're gonna come back to that question, Satbhai. But okay, so this is it for the scholarship. Eamon, what would you like to say about this specific scholarship? It is a very generous scholarship. And in Hong Kong, we don't usually talk about studying in Hong Kong. So if you have anything to say about studying in Hong Kong as well, like what would you say?
Yeah,
Or the
so Hong
university,
Kong
obviously.
is yeah, of course. So Hong Kong is one of those countries that are a little under that just go under the radar for many international students. Even those who want to study in Asia, most of them just choose Japan or South Korea, um, and to a lesser extent China, but they don't really aim to go for Hong Kong when it's a really great country when it comes to education in general. And I think this university, the University of Hong Kong, being uh, quite high in ranking, is a testament to that. Yeah, so in general, this scholarship is quite generous and very straightforward. There is no additional application needed. You just need to be accepted by the university in order to get this scholarship. It's fully funded. I'm not sure what an enrichment scholarship is. Think there's
Yeah.
something that is lost in translation there. But for the most part, it covers full tuition. It covers uh, uh, your living expenses, accommodation. So it's just a full package. Um, of course, it's only for bachelor students, but there
Mhm.
are other scholarships that are for graduate students. Um, if anyone wants to study in Hong Kong. So overall, I don't think there is much to this scholarship other than it being a great opportunity. So there is no
Yeah.
catch. Uh, it's just a good scholarship in general. The deadline for to apply to the university is still far away. It's in August. So for anyone who wants to study in Asia and Hong Kong in particular, this is a good university to apply to. Um, and the fact that most of these universities just go under the radar gives you higher chances of getting
Yes.
admitted, higher chances of getting scholarships. So I don't know, maybe if you're hearing about it here, you probably could be admitted and get the scholarship. So I would say go for it.
Yeah, I mean, it really does go under the radar. Like, I don't think we have ever been asked in any one of our live streams, or maybe even like YouTube comment section, about studying in Hong Kong, about scholarships in Hong Kong. It is an expensive place. That is a given. Like, yeah, I admit that. But like, for example, these scholarships, this university scholarships are almost all of them are just like full tuition, full funding, full tuition, full funding, and also like in terms of cost of living and in terms of tuition, it's not really that much more expensive than studying in the United States. And usually, United States universities do not really have this many scholarships, like full funding, full tuition scholarships to give. And so, yeah, it's also a very good university, high ranking university. So, but by the way, this is a complete tutorial, like step by step tutorial on how to apply to this university, which also again includes the scholarship, and it's just about 13 minutes. So, like, yeah, it can't be that difficult or can't be that detailed. So, yeah, this was the scholarship of the week. I do believe that this is like, for example, our tutorial on application tutorial got like about 600, like 700 views. Hi there, Madan. Welcome. So yeah, it's a very kind of like a hidden gem, in my opinion. Anyway, so Saad Bai Khan says, "Sir, please tell me bachelor's fully funded scholarships in USA, Canada, and UK. Will do, but you can also find them yourself by going to globalscholarships.com. We have a free search tool. All right, you can hit enter. Sorry, hit enter here, and then by degree you can choose bachelor. You can choose funding type here, full funding. For everyone who doesn't know, full funding means it covers the tuition fees of that university, and then it gives you something a little bit more than that. You can choose United States here, right? So these, for example, 70 fully funded scholarships in United States for bachelors. You can click on any one of these that you're interested in, and you can get information like what level of study, host, what it covers. For example, this one covers institutional costs, in-state. I'm not sure what that means. Yeah, tuition fees, board for. Okay, so this is one of those scholarships that have different levels. So like tuition fees, annual stipend, and then you can leave your questions here or click here to go and see the university's page for that scholarship. This is an odd scholarship page, but yeah, you can see that. So I'm gonna share the link with you. You can do pretty much the same thing, Saad, for other countries. For example, let's go and see United Kingdom. Oh, sorry about that noise. Um, a lot of these are like when it comes to United Kingdom, a lot of full funding scholarships are like asylum seekers, sanctuary awards. Um, this is, for example, UCL Global Undergraduate Scholarship. This is past deadline. It covers tuition fees, living stipend, fixed allowance for additional cost. So yeah, you can see the coverage here, eligibility criteria here, and for some of these we have videos as well. Most importantly, you can just leave your questions here, and you can see, and every single one of them are answered. Anyway, but if you're looking for a scholarship that is right now open for application, you can choose deadline currently open. Okay, there are just two of these here, and they're both sanctuary awards. Basically, sanctuary awards and asylum seeker scholarships are for people. Well, it kind of it is literally in the name. People who are seeking asylum. Maybe you are from a war zone or affected by a natural disaster or something. So yeah, United States. We have, I believe, more. We have just one right now that is open for application. International Freshman Automatic Merit Scholarships in University of Alabama. This is only full tuition though. Sorry, full funding. If you get the Presidential Elite Scholarship. So, and then let's look at Canada. Now, there are no scholarships, full funding for bachelors that are open right now. There are some that is not open, like 4 scholarships. For example, Lester B. Pearson. This is one of the most popular scholarships in Canada. It is a very comprehensive, very generous scholarship. It covers full tuition, books and materials, and accommodation. There are a lot of scholarships in Canada. Not that many of them are full funding. So yeah, it's not the attractive destination for international students it once was. Anyway, I don't see any other questions right now, and this is a Q&A live stream. So if you have any questions, just leave them, like type them in the chat, and we'll do our best to answer them. Otherwise, we're gonna end the live stream here. Eamon, do you have any concluding remarks or maybe something that you want to say about in general studying abroad? Like what is the landscape, let's say, right now in general studying abroad or scholarships, etc., etc.?
I think just based on a question from earlier for people who are aiming to get scholarships, the best thing is to start really early. And at best, it's a year in advance. Uh, I don't think there are many success stories about people who started 2, 3 months before getting the scholarships,
Yeah.
although there are people who have, but it's quite unheard of. Preparation is the most important thing when it comes to going for scholarships. So as far as the landscape, I don't think nothing much changed in most countries. Uh, but I mean, compared to say last year, um, except for probably the US, where there are stricter rules right now when it comes to admitting students, and I've seen an article about a vetting process that goes as far as going through the applicant's social media and see their political stances in general. So that is an actual thing that is being implemented right now if you want to study in the US.
Mhm.
Uh, and so just given that many students were also asked to leave the US, um, who are actually studying. So and I think the landscape has changed there drastically. But other than that, I don't think there are many big changes in other countries. I think scholarships are still being awarded. International students are still being considered for scholarships regardless of their nationality. And it's for the most part a positive thing. So for all the available scholarships, I encourage students to just go for them, to apply, to start early, and to have strong applications in general in terms of uh, their uh, letters of intent or in terms of recommendation letters. I urge everyone to just get those early, to start working on those early, to get feedback, and that's the key to getting scholarships.
All right. Thanks a lot, Eamon. Anyone, those
Yeah.
were our concluding remarks. If you do not have any questions, any other questions, we're going to end the live stream here. Thank you very much for joining in. And if you're watching this on a VOD after the live stream, thank you for watching. And we're here every Friday, except the fact that starting from next week, we're going to be a couple of hours early, like 2 or 3 hours early. I'm going to do the announcements on Monday. Don't worry. But yeah, we're here every Friday. If you have any questions, any questions about studying abroad, about scholarships, or about your specific situation in any one of these, you can just come here and ask your questions. Other than that, we have a YouTube channel. We have a platform, again, globalscholarships.com. And if you are interested in studying abroad, if you're interested in having like earning scholarships, etc., we have a ton of information, free and available, readily available here without any accounts or something. Anyway, check it out, and thank you, Eamon, for joining me here today.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. Yes.
All right. Okay, everyone. See you next week, and take care. Bye.